I wanted to get on here today and talk about a story that literally popped up in the top of my trending list on Twitter. I'm telling y'all, Twitter, you can get a lot of stories off of that app. But anyway, if y'all don't know who this man is, this is Henry Cavill. He is most notably known for playing Superman in Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Justice League, and everything like that. But he also is now known for being in the new Mission Impossible Fallout film with Tom Cruise that comes out on the 27th. But outside of that, now he is under fire for what I believe to be something so ridiculous. And this is another Me Too times up piece, so to speak. Well, it's connected to that. So basically, Henry Cavill was interviewed and he was basically talking about dating and things of that nature. And his response in so many words, and I'll leave the link to the article because it has this whole interview right there in the description so you can look at it. He basically said that in the era of Me Too / times up, it is scary to even approach a woman, to ask her on a date, or even give her a simple compliment or harmless flirting. Because he feels that if he even does one of those things, in a harmless way, of course, he will be considered someone who is a sexual harasser, or even worse, a rapist. Honestly, I don't see what was wrong with his comments. He was being truthful. He was being honest. This is something that a lot of men are being cautious of, and especially, in him being a Hollywood actor, even though he is British, you have to be very careful, in your actions nowadays, because it seems like anything in this era of Me Too times up can be considered rape or sexual harassment or sexual assault. Even if you just tap someone on the shoulder, give them a harmless, one of them little church hugs, the one that's with space in between you, and so on and so forth. It doesn't have to, not going up to someone just groping them and everything like that. Then that would be considered harassment, especially if it's not with the woman's consent. So the interview went out, and then all of a sudden on Twitter, you had these harpies, white feminists, because it was pretty much all white feminists that I saw, literally attack this man for his views, which, like I said, were completely honest. And one of them even had the nerve to say, and I think this is the one that went viral, she said, well, if you don't want to feel like a rapist, then maybe you shouldn't be a rapist, or something that didn't make any sense. And it's just I understand, I understand where he's coming from. Because, like I said, he's a public figure. So all eyes will be on him. And what's so crazy is that now that they have verbally and pretty much gone on the attack, and he's pretty much, the laser is zeroed in on him, it makes you wonder how that's going to affect the box office for the movie. Because, like I said, he's in the film, and I believe he has a pretty significant part in the film. He's not the main character, but he does have a pretty significant role opposite Tom Cruise, of course, who is the main character. I said, isn't it amazing how they love to go in on the attack right before or right after someone is about to do something major, as it works like a charm. But like I said, they are literally grasping at straws with this one here. All the man said is that he feels that it's scary to date a woman in this era of Me Too without the consequence of possibly being accused of harassing someone or being called and deemed a rapist. And that's all he said. There was nothing wrong with it. The only thing that was cringeworthy was the response. And then, you had those feminists pulling out these stats and everything like that, and all kinds of things. I don't know if this would be considered being on code, but it doesn't seem on code to me, the way a lot of these women are jumping to attack their own men. But correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't over 60% of white women vote for a white man who said grab him by the pussy? I mean, I know I'm not the only one who heard that, or not the only one who saw those poll numbers. So that's one major reason why I cannot take Me Too Times Up seriously. Y'all literally put or helped put a man in office, even though it was because of the electoral vote. But we'll just say this for whatever. Y'all put a man in office who is not only what y'all would say misogynistic or a bigot or a rapist, but y'all helped to put him in there. Y'all were the second highest group of people behind white men who voted for him in a popular vote, whatever you want to call it, and helped get him in. And now we have to deal with him until 2020. And the way things are looking right now, it might be to 2024. And I know that's painful to hear, but it's a reality. Unfortunately, it's a reality we may have to all deal with. So I'm not upset at what Henry Cavill said. He said the truth. He said what a lot of men have been saying for quite some time, and they're being attacked for their opinion about it. But it is what it is. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you can, donate to the channel or become a patron or Patreon. And I'll talk to you in the next one.